Welcome to Deen City Farm. This is DIY Doctor's sponsor project. We're giving as much help as we can to the farm, which is just outside Wimbledon, and it really is a community project, which is why we're very pleased to be involved in it. We're going to be walking around the farm this morning. You can probably see it's very, very windy, very cold, threatening to pour down with rain at any minute, but we're going to show you exactly what the farm does, everything that it's involved in, how it helps all the kids and the community, and then we'll have a chat with the manager Simon so that he can run through it. There's lots of projects here to do. We'd like as much community help as possible, and watch the video, enjoy the video, and we'll have a little chat afterwards. Hi Simon. Hi. It's great to meet you at last. We've had several chats and stuff, but we had a look around, and the first thing that we saw is the growing garden. And first of all, let's have a recap. What is Deen City Farm? What does it do? What's it intended to do? Where's it going? Where's it come from? And all those sort of things.
Sure, yeah. Down on the farm. Well, Deen City Farm is it's a community farm and gardens, and we've got a riding school as well. It's about 35 years old. We've been based on this site for about 20 years. And it really is, the purpose of us is for a community farm to give people the opportunity to sort of see wildlife, nature, animals, work in the gardens, and an opportunity to be outside and kind of get rural pursuits, as we call them.
And lots of practical stuff, because you're run mostly by volunteers, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, we have a lot of volunteers, we have a lot of work experience, and of all ages, young kids come here on the weekends, older people will help us out all over the farm, so a lot of volunteers.
And this isn't even a stone's throw from Wimbledon, folks. 1 minute you're in a big industrial area, and then you're in the middle of Deen City Farm, which is absolutely phenomenal. So the first thing that we saw as we walked in was the growing garden.
Yes.
What's that about?
The growing gardens is it's a lottery funded project, and it's very much about getting people to understand where their food comes from as much as anything, and really understanding about gardening and where things come from. I think a lot of people lose sight in this day and age of going to supermarkets and buying things from the shelf. And again, we work with people of all ages. We work with a lot of schools, so we're giving them tours of the garden, allowing them the opportunity to do a little bit of planting. We also work with vulnerable adults and give them the opportunity again to get outside, work on the allotments.
Okay. Well, you'll hear me say this quite a number of times through this video. There is so much work to do here, it's unbelievable. You'll see the video shots as we go around. So much work to do. If you want to volunteer in any way at all, please get in touch with either Deen, DIY Doctor or Simon at Deen City Farm. It's just fantastic. One of my favourites was the composting area.
Yes.
And more especially the little spinner thing that has seen better days. So we're trying to get that fixed. But tell us about that.
Well, again, it's about making people see that everything has a use. Waste old tea bags. Most of the food you throw away, we can use that as compost or just in general in the farm. And actually, compost area is a really good example where we can show kids the different stages of compost and what we use that for to grow vegetables and herbs and things like that.
And turned it into a bit of a sort of competition with the spinner board.
Yeah.
So that desperately needs, as you can see from the clips, it desperately needs repainting, a bit of a revamp. So if there are any artists out there that want to make that a project, you can sign it and put a sponsored sign there. It's great for the portfolio. Give us a shout. And the bike surgery, I love that idea as well. Yeah.
Again, that's run by a volunteer, and once a month he comes down, and anyone wants to come along with their bike. If they've got an issue with a flat tyre or something they want to do on their bike, then he'll advise them, talk them through that.
That's great for kids, isn't it? To teach them how to maintain their bikes. I don't know what trouble, I'm just making a lot of noise. There's a schooling area as well with tree stumps for seats and a blackboard and stuff. So that does.
Well, again, we've got close connections with about 40 schools, and we have schools in most of the week, and we have a classroom area, which is great, but actually we're teaching them about outside, so we want people to be outside. And again, it's just tree stumps and things like this, but let's get them out there and talk to them about
learning the environment.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Butterfly Garden, Bug Hotel, they're close together.
Yeah, all different projects that we do throughout the year, but obviously where we have lots of old wood and things like that, they're fantastic for just leaving them there for a while and then really having a route around and seeing what native species that you can find. And same with butterflies, we try and do things involving conservation, so butterflies,
Yeah.
bees,
Yeah.
anything like that, where we can show what people can do to help those species, whether that be planting wildflowers or anything along those lines.
So the kid, I mean, I just love the idea that we're, you know, walking around this. There are, I won't say hundreds because it's been a horrible day, but there are 20, 30, 40 kids all of the time just running around, playing with the bugs, looking under, you know, and learning stuff as they go. Absolutely phenomenal. The shot that you will see in a moment is of a flower bed. I love it to bits. It really is. That's an artistic statement. Who dreamed that?
I'm not sure. We like there to be little quirks around the place, and quite often it'll be a volunteer will come up with an idea, or a member of, you know, the small team of staff we have here will come up with an idea, and we try and keep the creativity and keep the kind of hands-on approach to things. And
that's apparent all the way around, the creativity, isn't it?
Yeah.
The little ideas, the scavenger hunts and stuff
Exactly,
like that.
yeah.
Fantastic. And one of the main reasons we're here, there's bird boxes everywhere, which are teaching kids about and I saw the little signs with, you know, which birds and which habitats they use and this sort of stuff. And one of the things that we're doing is building bird boxes, and the clips will show that, which birds fit into different holes and stuff, and that's been good fun doing that bird boxing thing. And of course it is National Nest Box Week?
Yes, exactly.
Who's organised that? It's obviously a national thing.
Yeah,
but where does that come from?
It runs from yesterday, the 14th through to the 21st. It's every year it goes on. It's the British Trust for Ornithology, and it's again encouraging people to take an interest in native species, not just birds, but bats and, you know, everything that could use a nest box.
Okay.
And again, getting people to take an interest in their own back gardens as much as anything.
And of course bring out lots of DIY skills, as you'll see from all the video clips. That's been really fun. That's the base.
And we're missing the roof.
Yeah, we'll find a roof in a minute. Just go
Vamos con los animales.
That's it. Go.
Oh, look at that. Yay.
And one of the things that really impressed me was the plastic roof.
Yeah.
There. And I mean, when you see that in a moment, you'll see that this complete building, it's not really big, but it's very impressive. It's completely made from recycled materials. And again, was that an idea that was born here, or was that something you saw?
I think it was done a few years ago now, and it's something that there's variations of, possibly at other city farms or wherever, but it was very much a community project. You know, there was I believe a couple of hundred volunteers involved in making that happen.
Fantastic.
You know, from collecting the bottles and flattening those to you know, collecting all the materials. It's almost entirely reclaimed materials that made it.
Oh, I just love that. I love that. And then there's a little labyrinth, which I understand when it's green, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's looking a bit muddy at the moment. It's the time of year, but come the spring, it's pretty impressive. It's and the kids absolutely love it. They don't tend to follow the path; they tend to run back and forth. But it's quite an impressive area.
A play area. So you know, everything's here. You know, all we've met all day are parents with children that have come along and said, "This is amazing." There are areas we can take the kids, we can have a coffee, we can play, we can do all sorts of things. It's the first time that we've been here, certainly. And it is just incredible. So there's a play area over there that is under refurbishment. I think that's ready quite soon for completion.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we've got the sort of small picnic area, and there's a couple of old Wendy houses there, but actually in the next 2 months, by around Easter time, we'll have a fully functioning kind of play area, which would be for young kids 2 to 6 generally, and it should be a new addition to the farm.
And a cafe as well, cafeteria, just across the way from where we are. We've had some lunch there, fantastic, great value as well. And finally, but of course by no means least, the animals themselves. We've seen, I've just wrote a few, we've seen sheep, pigs, ponies, owls, ferrets, horses, goats, guinea pigs. There isn't much that isn't here.
We've got everything you'd expect from a farm, alpacas as well we've got. And,
we saw that.
And we're due to have all lambs and, you know, all the...
Of course, spring
coming. And we've got all sorts here basically, and we really encourage kids and people of all ages to get up close, learn about them, feed some of the animals as well, and throughout the year, particularly in the summer, we'll get those animals out where we can and let people meet them and interact with them.
There's a sign around the corner for pony rides for £1.
Yep, yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean, we have the riding school, which is for,
Yeah.
you know, the older kids generally,
Yeah.
but for those younger kids that aren't quite ready to go on the bigger
Yeah.
horses, you know, just a chance to sit on a pony,
Yeah.
do a short circuit basically, and hopefully from there they're hooked and they'll do a new interest in maybe a new hobby.
With the riding school, which is literally, we can see it from out of the window,
Yeah.
Can the public get riding lessons per se?
Yeah, I mean it's very popular, so sometimes there is a bit of a wait,
Okay.
and you know we do teach all abilities from beginners through to much more experienced people. But it's, you know, if you're interested in doing that, give us a call and we'll let you know what the situation is, or get you on a waiting list if we need to.
Yeah, and you can sponsor a pony or something I saw on the website for 20.
The majority of the animals here you can sponsor. We
Yeah.
have a sponsorship scheme, and again that helps keep the farm open and running.
It's just brilliant. We have had an incredible day. We're so pleased and proud to be able to help Deen City Farm out. I can't believe, you know, as I said, I said earlier on when we were making the bird boxes, it's within soaring distance of Wimbledon. It's amazing, fantastic place. If you think you can offer anything, if there are any artists out there, any DIY experts, there's some fences to build. We're going to get involved in building in refurbishing the signage out the front. The posts have rotted there. If you think you can do anything, if you can help DIY Doctor to help Deen City Farm, please give DIY Doctor a call and we'll see what we can do to sort stuff out, coordinate visits and one thing and another, and get the important things done first. So that's what we've been doing today. That's our sponsorship of Deen City Farm. Enjoy the rest of the video clips, enjoy the page. We'll update it regularly, come and see what's going on. But most importantly, this is a most fantastic place for parents to bring their children, and we've been so surprised that although you bring your children to learn about bugs or butterflies or whatever, it's actually the parents that are saying, oh, I didn't know how that worked. So it's just fantastic for all the family. Do come along, hope you've enjoyed the video and enjoy the rest of the page.